Yeah, so what we're going to try to do is take old silver spoons and forks. They can be plated, and we're going to convert them into rings. I've shown a couple of videos on how to make rings, but now what we're going to do is see if we can kind of large bulk and actually make them into rings, earrings, bracelets. I've got to improve a little bit, and so we're going to go out and purchase a big large box of cutlery, silver plated, and see what we come up with, and see if we can actually resell them and make a little bit of a business out of it. So basically we'll get started by getting the silver, which I've seen on Marketplace, and I'll show you that now in a minute. And we're going to go out, I'll go out to Cutlery, grab the stuff and come back in and show you it. So that's where we're at the moment, and we will get started with the shaping of the stuff too. And we'll also maybe buy a bending tool if that's needed. Maybe we'll do the first two with a mallet hammer and a ring thing, but maybe we need a bending tool as well. Maybe we should purchase one of those. Huh? Let's have a go anyways and see how it turns out. Yeah, so I'm looking on Marketplace and I'm doing a lot of, the silver and that, and I tried stainless steel and it really didn't work for me. And then I saw this ad on Marketplace. Can you see that? There you go, silver plated spoons. It says more than 50 pieces of silver plated cutlery, forks and spoons, $30. And he said he'd take 27, and so I drove out there and looked at them. And I gave him the 30 anyways because there was a ton of them there, but let's have a look now. So let's see what we got from that ad. We'll sort them out here quickly. I'll just show you them. So let's see what we got here. I had a quick peek with them. Now what I do usually is take something like this and I see if it bends a bit. That's pretty easy compared with stainless steel, right? Pure stainless steel is much harder to bend. And now let's see what we got. Oh, I like these. See, these are going to look really nice as rings. As long as if I do them right, they're going to look really nice. I mean, you can have the ring come over there like that, and that flower on top would be lovely. So we got two so far. I'm going to sort them out here. Maybe this way around so you can see them better. I think they're variation of forks and knives here. But, kind of trying to make a little business out of it, you might as well have a go at it, right? They got C in them, most of them, not all of them, but most of them. This is different again. I got a huge amount of spoons, and there's one with a different crest here, two of them. There's two with the funny crests on, a different crest. That would be a huge ring. Not too sure what to do with those yet. We'll work it out. And there's one that's totally different to the others again here. Very large spoons. I have no idea what I'm going to do with them. That's neato. Here's some small spoons coming out. Fork. See one again. Let's try to get these little ones out. Oh, they're pretty, look. Are they those ones? I think they are. They're close enough. They're similar, right? I'm not going to worry about it, to be honest. We're just sorting to see what we got, and then we'll go from there. That's a C. Initials are not good because you don't want initials on them, but hey, they are what they are, aren't they? This is a total different one again. They're the same. Yes, so I sorted them out. So I've got spoons 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a very large piece in the end, so I don't know whether I'll be able to do anything with this. But down in here you could definitely make a lovely ring. I have no idea what to do with the spoons in the end. Flatten them and do something. Maybe I get a ring out of the center here, right? I get 2 rings each out of those. Now, what I want to do is make rings and sell them. So we have 4 of those, 4 of these. Nice ring. Put the flower maybe in, I don't know. 5, that's 9. Let's get 1 singlet. This one's 10. I don't know what I'd do with that, whether I'd do anything with that yet. 10. A whole pile of these with C on them. 14. These are all similar. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. You nearly get 2 rings out of each. 22. Let's just count them all. 22, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 37, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, about 50 we'll say. We'll just say 50. Just a round number, not worry about it. Now these are going to look really nice as a ring. Right? And if I put that in and rounded that off and put that up there, be with the flower. I like the Art Deco as well though, so I can make some like this and make some like this. So that's a real bonus. What else is there? Here's the same kind of thing. Similar style, and here again is similar style, a bit larger. But I could round off or cut off there and have them here and make this dip in down in here. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Ladies ring, and then I could do a couple of men's rings that are just straight like that if I wanted. Anyways, there we have it. So 50, and say you can do double on half, that's 50, 75 rings. So I should get, say 70 rings times low ball at $20 each, $25 each. That's 200, well, something like that anyways. 10 would be 200, and then for $1,400, but I have to sell them, which is another story. So, box of silverware, our little new business, and we'll see how it goes. I'm just dividing up a fork. Gonna show you how and see what we can get out of this. So, this red strip here is the size of my wife's smaller finger. And so, what I'm thinking of doing is going 1, 2, 3, 4 rings right here. And if I'm very lucky, with a line across about here, whoops, if you can see it, I'll put a line across. There, I'll get 4, 5, 6. And of course, we've got a whole box to do here, but we're going to start with this. So I'm going to make 4 single rings. I'm not too sure whether I'll leave a larger head on here or not, but that's how I'm going to start. So I'm going to get cutting. The first thing I'm going to do is flatten this out, the curve of the fork, so we can saw it. So this is an aluminum covered vise, so it doesn't damage anything. You just keep squeezing until it's nice and flat. That's one. I like starting that way anyways, and you can see the tape here. Now I got to cut off the tops here, tops of this fork right here, and then I'm going to cut it down in here and leave a little bit extra here. I might be able to make the top of the ring a little wider here, I don't know yet. reaching again, like always. We'll cut it here first. And I'm going to cut that in half, in there in the half line, and I'll have 2 rings. And then I'm going to cut these down, 2, 3, 4. Now I want to make quality, but I want to see how much quantity-wise, what I can get out of something. I mean, you know, it is part of it. It's like manufacturing. My dad used to manufacture. His quantity was okay, but his quality was sometimes. So there's 2, look. 2 rings. I'll make something out of those. And now I have these 4 to cut. I'll cut one to show you, and then we'll see what we're going to do with the rest of them. I mean, I must just make a line down this. Make sure I get my cut fairly straight. I gotta get the tape off. Yeah, and I'm just going to make a straight line down the first one so I know what I'm doing. I'm going to try to go down the middle. Should I do all 4 now that we're here? 3, I mean, sorry. 3 cuts, 4 rings. So, there you go. 1, 2, 3 cuts. And then across the top here, you can't see it too much. I haven't marked it that well. I'll mark it quickly so you can see. I don't want to solder too narrow a piece onto the other side when I'm putting them back together. So I needed some leeway there. So we'll put it in like this. We'll get all 4 in there. And we'll try to cut them all off. I think I'll use a small saw, it'll be less pushing, less grippy. Yeah, it doesn't like that. We'll go this way so you can see better, and maybe we'll just do one couple at a time or something, I don't know. Four off. Whoa, down into the garbage. Lovely. Now I'm going to cut down on my lines here. I'll start with the big saw because it's going to go quicker. So I'm going to cut another 2 and then we'll carry on. So what I've ended up with is 4 prongs, 1, 2, 3, 4, which are going to make rings. And then this one and this one. So that's the whole fork. So that's 6 rings out of 1 fork. And you know, if you got top dollar, you get, say that fork cost you $2 or $3, and you could get $30 a ring if they were really done nicely. So that's a pretty good return, but you have to sell them. So, okay, I'm going to shape them now into something. So I'll go at that. Sure. Yeah, I'm just going to square this off, and then I'll clean it up with a file. It needs a little bit off this side, the one side, and make it kind of looking right to make it in a ring. So we'll see how that turns out. This might be a little long. The shorter this is, the better for the joint, but we shall see. I'll bring in my stool a bit so I can show you. I'll bring in this light to the side so I don't have so much shadow on it. And I'll take my left hand, there you go. Now this is the top of the ring here. And I've got a square one, I got two round ones here. And I've got a square one, a bit Art Deco-y, this one. This can be the top of this ring. This is the top of this ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rings, which I have to shape around now. But they're looking good. So there's the tops of the rings, and we're going to just bend them in circles now. That's the fork. Yeah, so I don't have a ring bender yet. And as you can see, this is bending in this way, but I want this ring to stand out like this. But I don't want this sticking out anyway. I want it to be kind of more or less straight, so put it in there, and you'll see it is bending out towards me a little. What we're going to do is tighten that up real hard, that, and just even maybe give it a little bit in, right? Would be better. As you can see, now the ring is kind of there, but it's facing in a little. And you know, the other half is going to come up underneath here, in here. This is a fairly solid piece, so see how it goes. Now, to bend this around, I'm going to start with this side. It's always easier to put the flat on. And we're going to go around this shape here. Now, I get my bit of tape because that's how I measured it. I do have a ring thing, but I want to see how much this one does. Oh. See that tape going around is very close to the end of that. That's an old chair leg, but at least it's solid, see? So it's easy to bend in. So what I usually do is start where I want the ring to be, which is down in here. I want that end, just like that. Now if I can get the vise done up with my third hand, which I don't have. That's pretty close. Balance. In. Oop. In. Not quite like that. Tight, really tight, because this is the beginning of it. There she goes. See, now you're getting the actual shape you want. Look, isn't that lovely? And I'll put it in this way now. A little bit further on, as they say. As you can see, I'm moving on. I should show you a different angle of this, I think. Maybe from up above down. Now there's a better view of what I'm doing here on this angle now. So I put the flat where I've already bent and I brought it around. I'm going to tighten her up really hard because this doesn't bend this shaft. I had another one that I was using, see, and it went oval on me. It was too soft, it was aluminum. So I found this piece laying around. Now we'll just give her a tap. See, I'm coming around nicely. Now because this is tapered, I've taken it from this side and flipped it around because this is tapered. I want this ring to equal out. It's a little bit down, but there we go. And we're going to take it in like this. This is pretty thick. I don't know whether your camera's shaking or not. Oh, now we're getting close to the finish here. We're going to squeeze this in now so it fits the pipe. Ooh, that's looking really nice, this one. And we're going to see where we end up. hope this doesn't shake the camera too much. As you can see, get back down to the vice, Woody. There you go. As you can see, we're close to a ring here. Smaller finger than mine, but isn't that nice? And they're just pure beautiful. Don't buy stainless steel, buy these. They're so much easier to work on. Now this end, maybe I should have rounded a little bit first, but you know, I've done this a couple times by, don't know whether it's sheer stupidity or what, but anyways, we'll round off this end now as much as we can into that, and I'll show you the soldering afterwards and the polishing maybe, but I'm close enough. Oh, I hit my finger. As you can see, this ring is nearly done. Oh, that hurt. Just banged it off the corner here. Isn't that pretty? That's going quite quick. Just got to shape it in a little more and I have a ring. So there you have it. There's my first ring shaped for the business, more or less, you know, that's from that box. Solder it and polish it. Yeah, I soldered this ring, and it's come out with the Velar gun, the electric. And it's come out pretty good. It just needs a little filing. It's a little blobby, but I didn't want to get the gas torch out, so that's the first one soldered on my batch. Soldering turned out really quite nicely. A little hot still. Let's get it in the water. Make sure you wash off the flux and that. So I've got a nice solder underneath the lip here. Make sure it's all full. I used the Velar again. And in underneath, as you can see there, it's quite a good solder, and I just got to file it off. So I have 2 rings out of my 6. So that's a good start. These are going to be all similar, these ones, right? Going to be this little one here, which needs just a bit of filing, a bit of polishing. So we're doing great. Got all my little files on the side, needle files. What we're doing is cleaning this up right now. Whatever about jewelry, it has to look really good. You can't kind of, you know, just do any kind of a piece of jewelry and say, ah, it's good enough. I mean, it's never good enough going back to round here. Look, just for that corner. I got some bit of polish underneath as well I got to get rid of. That's looking pretty good. I'll do this side now a little. My triangle file again. Get this in there a bit. There's not too much to do. I don't want to overdo it. Got a little lump here, so. And I have a larger half round that can go in here and get this down a bit. I mean, I got like hundreds of these to do, I suppose. But patience, and really I'm trying to make it look lovely and not really think about the money, making money. It's got to be more about art. Willie and your art. Some of you, I'm sure, would like to make a lot of good money out of this, so I mean, I can understand that. So there it is, shaping up. Now when I go to little ones, it's, you know, easier to polish it afterwards. Can find what I'm looking for here. I had a triangle a minute ago, I can't find it. There we go. I'm a bit worried about the inside here. It's still a bit rough. Bit of solder on there. Anyways, I'm going to stop the video there for a while, but you know, it's cleaning up nicely. Now we're going to have a beautiful little ring, so. But I think, you know, that's enough of showing me filing. Nothing else to show. I'll be another half an hour at this or more polishing it. There's the two stems. One is a little bit thick. As you can see, there it is. This needs cleaning. It's been cleaned a bit, these two, and polished. And this one needs soldering. That one needs, this one's soldered, okay. Did I solder that one? No, that's really nicely joined. I'm bringing the joints up a little bit. There we go. I'm bringing these joints up just a little bit so they're in the center of this piece here. See what happens, make it more ring-like. I kind of like this idea of coming up in the side of the ring instead of out the bottom. So I might change a couple more of them that way so they look more like ring-like. But anyways, that is one fork. Yeah, so I'm trying this with the torch. It's just hitched up to the barbecue gas bottle. So we're going to heat a little. I have 3 rings to do. I'll just do one for you here. I'm bringing it on the bottom of the ring here, you can see it. So we're just getting it hot. And there it goes. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely perfect. I think it went through. We'll turn off the gas and just check it quickly and make sure that it went through. It did. It's beautiful. So I might put a tab a little more in. Whoops. But it looks really nice. That's how you solder them. Solder took really well. Try to get light in there better. There we go. It's taken really well, and all I gotta do is file it off. So I'll do the other 2 rings the same with the torch, I think, because this silver is working much better than stainless steel for the soldering. It heats quicker and the flux flows. Whereas when I tried it with the stainless steel, it went black and sometimes it didn't flow. So very happy about that. So I'm about to polish the rings. I'll take a small one first. And I usually put the felt that's on the Dremel in a bit of water. And I usually don't put the cream on there because it just splays everywhere. I usually just put it on the ring like itself with my finger and then start polishing. And the one is a light polish compound, light and medium cleaner, and the red one is a easy, heavy duty cleaner. So basically they're for polishing the paint on cars. I'm going to start with the red because it's a little heavier. I mean, it isn't much. It's kind of like the wet and dry thing. And I'm going to polish it. I'll just show you a little bit. I have water here too, you know, for helping me along. This is silver, so it should polish up really nicely. It's already beginning to happen. Okay, I gotta clean my finger off. And we'll do a bit of white on just on the top there. You don't want to see the whole process. Right? So we'll just do the white top here. We've done this before in one of the videos, so we don't have to repeat it. Okay. I'm just going to show you this. Let's get the center. That is already right. Isn't that pretty? That's because silver is in it. It's much better. If you look at this silver and you look at a stainless steel one, right? The silver turns out much more polished and pretty. So, all right. So I'm just going to polish on, and I'll show you them at the end. 6 rings out of 1 fork, and there's the wide one. Too big for my, too small. It's too small for my fingers. Polished now. There's the 3 forks. Actually, 4 forks I did. Very nice. See. All polished up. If you can get the light on them, you can see they're polished. Right? Anyways, there's 4 of those. They were the prongs of the fork, and here's another stem of the fork, which I made into heavy ring. And there's the top. It's a bit heavyish looking, but you never know, somebody might like that. So there we go. My first real dive into making a whole pile of rings. So 6 it is at the moment, and I'll show you other stuff I do when I get to it. So basically I'm going to call it a night and go for dinner. Hope this helps you making your rings.